Do you believe in signs? I am going to try to get through this recording without crying. I debated sharing this one, but I think it's an important message. I have always seen signs, animals, in difficult times of my life, right? So when I was going through my divorce years ago and I would feel a little lost, I would often see dragonflies, actual dragonflies, to the point where sometimes they would follow me into buildings. I've had actual dragonflies fly into a nail shop where I was getting a pedicure one year. It hovered close so I could see it, and then it turned back around and flew back out. When my grandmother had passed, she was very religious. So the day of the religious ceremony we had for her, I went to my aunt and uncle's house and there was a praying mantis over the doorbell. And for weeks afterwards, I would see praying mantis everywhere. And that to me was a sign that my grandmother was nearby. Another insect that I tend to see that is symbolic is ladybugs. A lot of times they'll land on me. I see them all over. Ladybugs bring you love. That's what I've always heard. A year ago, my ex-husband passed away after battling alcoholism. The morning his sister called to tell me, I sat outside with my dogs trying to figure out how I was going to tell my daughter. If you can imagine, November in Colorado, it was fairly chilly that morning and I didn't expect to see a ladybug. But there was one that landed on the fence, and then I actually tuned into it to see if it had a message, and then it flew off. I told my daughter about it later, and when I took the dogs back out again, this time it was on the screen door, and I pointed it out to her. So one thing to note about my daughter is she's scared of bugs. So she'll see bugs and she freaks out. But I explained the message that I got and she listened. So when I was at home, I'm actually out running errands. I was at home filming a video that I'm going to post in a few days. And while I was filming, a ladybug landed on my shoulder. Put a picture here. And it's exactly 1 year since he passed today, on his death day. So if you're not a believer in signs, I don't know how to convince you, but to me, animals and animal symbolism shows up a lot when you need to hear them. Of course, I shared with my daughter when she came outside to check up on the dogs. And I said, a ladybug just landed on me, and I showed her the video and she was like, ew. And I told her, I said, did you remember today's the anniversary of your dad's passing? And she said, oh, why did it come to you and not me? You literally just went, ew, you're scared of bugs. And she's like, oh, that's right. But for those of you who have lost loved ones, who've lost pets, family members, animals will come to share their messages with you. So pay attention, look for the symbols, and see what they have to share with you. They are showing up for a reason. They want to bring you comfort. They want to make sure that you're okay. So to learn more about readings that I've done, make sure to like and follow for more. And don't forget, look for the signs.